Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to wish a happy St. Patrick's Day to all my colleagues. So a few of us have some green on today. Now to business. Senate Bill 9 may sound familiar to you, and the reason for that is back on February 7th, this body passed House Bill 226 with a House committee substitute. It's the Early Literacy Education Bill. Senate Bill 9 is the companion bill to that legislation. Mr. Speaker, would you ask the clerk to report House Committee Sub 1?
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to Senate Bill 9.
Gentleman Spencer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Back on that day, this exact same committee sub was added to House Bill 226. When we pass this House Committee Sub 1, we will have the exact same bill in Senate Bill 9 that passed 86-7 back on February 7th. Mr. Speaker, I move for adoption of House Committee Sub 1.
Motions for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman Spencer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know that, as I shared a few weeks ago, this is a very serious issue. This is a very important issue. Earlier this week in committee, Senator West made a point that states take their third grade reading scores to predict how many prison beds they're going to need in the future. That's a sad reality that we have. When a child is not reading proficiently by the end of third grade, they're going to have much more difficulty through their educational life, and not only their educational life, but the rest of their life with work. So this legislation is vitally important. Very briefly, three key components of this legislation. It would direct our post-secondary institutions into implementing instruction on the 5 essential components of reading: phonetic awareness, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and vocabulary. Lady from Jefferson 32, I remembered them all this time. And again, before I go any further, I want to thank the lady from Jefferson 32 and her hard work in this issue over the past year. It would also, KDE would set up professional development with our existing teachers in early education and early literacy to help them in various roles in preparing and being able to teach early literacy, and would also set up coaching models to help these teachers. When I mentioned about House Bill 226 at that time, our House Bill 1 budget that left the House had $11 million in each year of the budget to start implementation of this program, and the Senate Committee substitute to House Bill 1, that funding is still there. I'll be happy to entertain any questions about this issue. Mr. Speaker, I move for passage of Senate Bill 9 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1.